Cryptocurrencies are digital coins which are made to do many different things. Although they're called cryptocurrencies, most of them aren't actually made to be used as money. An example of this would be Ethereum, which is the second most popular cryptocurrency and can be used to power applications, games, websites, and much more.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB. You know the big players in crypto. But do you know the tech that powers them? Blockchain. Let's break it down. You have blocks and chains. A block contains information, like crypto transactions. This is created when the information inside is confirmed by the computers running the network. Blocks are linked or chained together by special numbers that point to the blocks before and after. Now you've got a chain of blocks. Blockchain. A copy is stored on every computer in the network, making it decentralized and secure. Blockchain networks let you make payments easily, economically, and safely, 24/7. Follow Cryptonary for more.
Have you ever wondered, what really is blockchain? I'm going to explain what it means the most simple way possible. Let's look at Google Docs as an example. We all know Google Docs, and we love it because we can easily collaborate on it. When we create a Google Doc, we can share with a lot of people, and the Google Doc is just distributed instead of it being copied or transferred. Additionally, everyone with access can not only view it, but they can suggest changes, and even view the document history. And these features can create a decentralized distribution chain. In the same way that Google Docs stores all records and can be visible to anyone, blockchain does the exact same thing, just on a much larger scale. Blockchain is a digital database that serves as a record for a variety of transactions. And these records are all maintained and shared within a large publicly accessible network. The transparency of blockchain is a revolutionary technology not only because it verifies all sorts of information, but because it allows us to take our data back into our own hands.
I'm going to try to explain what the blockchain is in the most simplest way possible, using the office. So we've got Michael Scott, and Michael's got a client. Michael Scott's trying to sell $500 of paper to the client. The client doesn't use cash, so they send the money via PayPal with the company's debit card. The second the client presses send, a message is sent to the client's bank. And it says, pretty please with the cherry on top, can you send that $500 to Dunder Mifflin's bank? This is really the core of what a bank does. 24/7 around the clock, they're tracking all the money coming in and out of your account. When the transaction request comes in, client's bank looks at their account and says, hey, you have $1,000. I, the bank, am good to send $500 to Dunder Mifflin's bank. The transaction is approved. $500 is sent to Dunder Mifflin's bank. Dunder Mifflin's bank says, okay, you have $0 in your bank account, Dunder Mifflin, but you just received $500. So let's add it to the record. The proliferation of the internet, more and more transactions are digital today. People realize that banks are just middlemen, just like Dunder Mifflin. And people started to wonder, we really need the bank. Could we coordinate a transaction without it? Enter the blockchain. Essentially, the blockchain replaces the need of a bank to verify transactions. Instead of recording transactions privately on your bank account, all transactions are recorded publicly on the internet. Now let's do the same example using the blockchain. Michael Scott charges the client $500 for paper. Instead of going to the bank, transaction request goes onto a public record where a bunch of people's computers all over the world keep track of everyone's transactions everywhere. If the client doesn't have enough money to pay, all the computers keeping track of everyone's money will see that. Oh, the transaction is rejected. Let's say the client does have enough money. All the computers around the world on the blockchain will see that request for transaction and be like, approved. Michael Scott then gets $500. They're not exactly USD, it's more like coins, but this is just an easy example. Transactions were into the public record, and now everyone knows Michael Scott has $500. The point is that a group of computers replaces banks. These computers verify the legitimacy of every transaction. Hope this was helpful. Web3 can be confusing. Follow me here and on Twitter if you want to learn more.
What even is cryptocurrency? We're going to talk about Bitcoin. The same way that the US dollar is a currency is the same way that Bitcoin is a currency, except it's digital. Cryptocurrency is just a digital currency, and if you think about it, we are already kind of using digital currencies with online banking, and some places don't even accept cash anymore. One of the main appeals to Bitcoin is that it's decentralized, which means it's not attached to any government, so nobody can regulate it. On top of that, the US dollar is losing value every day because we keep printing it, and when we keep printing it, it loses its value. But there's only a set amount of Bitcoin available, which means we don't deal with inflation with Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, everyone has a unique ID, and you can see the transactions coming out of each unique ID. This just makes it a lot more transparent and why a lot of governments don't want to use Bitcoin, because then we would see everything they're buying. I hope this helped. Follow for more.
Okay, so let's talk about the blockchain. What is it? Simply put, it's a public database that is updated and shared across many computers within a network. It's immutable, public, and decentralized. It's immutable because once data is recorded on the blockchain, it cannot be changed or tampered with. It's public because anyone could go look at the list of transactions that have occurred on the blockchain. And it's decentralized because instead of a centralized institution like a bank, for instance, where one group facilitates and verifies transactions, instead, a network of computers does all of this, and they all maintain the exact same database and they all share it with each other. Let's talk an example. Say you want to send your friend $5. Do this, your bank has to verify that you have $5 in your account, and your bank has to send the funds to your friend's bank, and then your friend's bank has to update your friend's balance, and you can see there's this whole middleman situation with the banks. Well, with blockchain, you could just send $5 directly to your friend. That network of computers verifies the transactions and updates the records, and not one centralized institution is needed. Let me know what you think, and follow to learn more about Web3.
NFTs allow for artists and creators to take ownership of their work online. And I believe that they will be the single largest adoption point for the mainstream into crypto. NFT is a non-fungible token. Okay, what the hell does that mean? In like low IQ terms, let me explain what that means. So a contract exists on the blockchain. A contract just means that it says something. Bear with me. This contract might say, whenever my song is played, I get this royalty. It might say, whenever my art is sold online, I get this royalty. The contract makes sure that something happens every time, in particular, a financial sense. So with NFTs, we're used to seeing it as digital art, maybe even a song, something that is just like fun to look at or listen to online. But the potential for NFTs is huge, especially for the creator economy. It makes sure that you're not taken advantage of by a huge corporate conglomerate that's not letting you make money. And even though the focus is on digital art right now, the potential for NFTs to revolutionize systems like healthcare and real estate and have locked in contracts that make sure that funds or data is allocated in a certain way is huge. An NFT is the rights to a contract, and a lot of times the rights to a contract look like a funny, cute picture. But why you should research NFTs and why they're so important is because it gives back the power to creators.
If someone asked you what a cryptocurrency was, what would you say? What makes a crypto a crypto? Simply put, a cryptocurrency is money that doesn't need a bank. In the traditional banking model, a central authority, the bank, keeps a record of all transactions made between its clients. For example, let's say Alice and Bob both bank with Wells Fargo. Alice buys $100 worth of carrots, and she pays with her Wells Fargo credit card. Bob, the store owner, has a business account with Wells Fargo. When Alice pays the $100, Wells Fargo will debit Bob's bank account and credit Alice. On the other hand, in cryptocurrency, there is no central authority. Transactions are validated by users of the network, using computer software and cryptography. So if Alice were to use Bitcoin instead, that transaction gets sent to be validated. Once validated, it gets added to the blockchain, and then Alice can be on her way with her carrots.
If you're new to crypto and you're wondering what the hell some of these words mean, I got you. Running through the basics very quickly. Firstly, what is crypto? Digital currency backed by cryptography. Basically, it's digital and backed by tech instead of manipulated by central governments. Much of it aims towards decentralization or spreading out the power so that one party cannot totally fuck up the currency, a la like inflation right now. But decentralization has trade-offs. Something like Bitcoin is very decentralized versus something like Solana is not very decentralized. There's trade-offs to both. Going long means you buy an asset because you think it's going to go up. Selling short means you sell an asset because you think the price is going to go down. You store your crypto in a wallet. There's cold storage wallets that are physical. Somewhere in my room I have it. Takes plugging into a computer, more secure. There are also hot storage wallets like MetaMask shown here, which are on your browser and you can easily access from website to website. It is less secure but easier. Within your wallet, do not ever give out your private keys. This grants access to transact all of your crypto. However, it's fine to share your public key, which you'll need to send or receive crypto. When sending or receiving crypto, you will notice that there will be a gas fee. That's the transaction fee that it requires to send across the network. You'll need some crypto native to that network in your wallet to make sure you can cover gas fees like Ethereum here. Ethereum itself is the second largest crypto, and it can be likened to digital oil. It is a layer 1, meaning that you can build apps or projects on top of it. It allows things to run and be built on it. Versus Bitcoin, the OG crypto serves a different purpose largely. It's a store of value, kind of like digital gold. People hold it because there's only 21 million and no new coins can ever be created, which means that the price will go up as it gets more valuable versus something like the US dollar, which as it prints, the value goes down. DeFi is decentralized finance, applications that you can use to remove the intermediary of the banking system when you do things with money. Side note, I am a partner and advisor with Tranche Finance, which is a yield farming platform. Yield farming is looking for the highest yield, or where you can park your money to lend it out and gain interest or return. APY, or what you get back as interest, can range from the single digits to really crazy numbers in the thousands, which are usually scams because where the hell are they getting that yield? Finally, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, which means that the asset is not replaceable. Technically, they're the rights to a contract. You own the rights to something happening. Usually it's digital art, and the contract ensures that the original artist gets royalties every time that piece is bought or sold. Hope this helps. Let me know if you want more explanation on any of